All right, y'all. Welcome to video number 37. We're going to be discussing the book of Revelation just a little bit. A whole bunch of other stuff related to the meek gnosis. I'm trying to get back on my horse. As I said in the last video, where I got a little derailed a little bit and got lost in thought. But I've been thinking a lot lately about what's happening. And, paying attention to, what's on different forms of media and what people are saying and what they're thinking about, perhaps what we're feeling. And so I thought, you know, the book of Revelation puts together a lot of the meat concepts that I think help explain what I'm trying to say. And perhaps this understanding will help you. So, keep talking about the lotus eaters. These are the people that wish to entertain you to death, to keep you distracted so you don't become what you're capable of being. It's one concept. And that's actually it's broad range because you have the people that write the stories, you have the people that put the stories into action, you have uh, the people that are willingly participating, and then you have those that are, you know, duped into just following along and thinking that's the way that we're supposed to behave or whatever. The unwilling participant. What's the Russian saying? The useful idiot. Unfortunately, there's a lot of useful idiots in this world. It's part of being a human being. We have this extreme limitation on what we're capable of doing mentally. We're really, really kind of built to like get rid of everything that we can ignore to make our lives as easy and as comfortable as possible. And that makes us very manipulatable. But the book of Revelation, a lot of folks believe that, we are in the end times. We're not. There's no such thing as end times. If you really, really read the Bible begins and ends. It's a circle. The book of Genesis begins with the destruction. The destruction happened in the book of Revelation. So you just go through this cycle. That's what the book of Revelation is. And it gives you, or that's what the Bible is. It's this circular story of what it appears to mean to be a human being. It's the human experience from beginning to end, from the destruction to how to get out, to the closing of the curtains, the dropping of the curtains, the revealing, the great revelation, the great reveal, the big story. And it starts all over again. But where do I want to go with this? Problem with these free-form conversations that I always have is I have no idea really what I'm going to say. I have one point that I wish to make, and a lot of times it makes me stumble across many other points. And another key part of what I do on these videos is I don't make edits. I believe I made one edit one time. And I don't even know if I had to publish it, but some channel file size was too long. So I had like a pause where if I cut the pause down and lowered the video quality, it got me just under the size limit. So I had to eliminate a 10 or 15 second place where I wasn't talking, just to appease the size gods, so to speak, size queens, if you will. Rambling. Revelation. There's a guy out there that I watch quite a bit, and many are probably very familiar with the Archaics folks. You see them everywhere. It's amazing how many channels now where I see the influence this man is having. And that's the way the world works. Another key principle that we will constantly discuss. You see, the currency of this place is your attention. It's the money. There is no other money. That's the reason why we have the lotus eaters. They want to keep you distracted because they're taking your money. They're taking the only thing that you have. Previously, I made videos on free will. You do not have free will. You only have free will in one form, which seems like a contradictory statement, but there's only one thing that you get to choose, and that is what you pay attention to. And once you've made that choice, you're on that bus ride so you can grab a hold of this avatar that you are attached to and again choose to make the choice of what you're going to pay attention to. Because the rest of it, this body runs on its own. You have nothing to do with it. And those that know this take advantage of that. You can take today's politics, of which I'm probably going to make a short video on. They call it TDS. You see, TDS isn't just the people that oppose certain people, certain person, certain group of people. TDS is also the supporters, because that's the way this works. They're both eating the lotus flower. They're both caught in this drama. They both believe it to be true. They both spend all their currency, their money in this life. Their attention is focused. And this feeds these people. The D doesn't stand for derangement. The D stands for delusional on both sides. The delusion is an illusion. We live in the reflection of a real time. Not time, time isn't real. We live within this ocean of light, this pool. We live in water. We can't see it. It's called the ether. We live within this pool of liquid light. And your attention is the energy that feeds whatever beings and entities and powers that be that reside within this. So what does all this rambling mean about the book of Revelation? Well, if you read about the four horsemen, of which, as I was saying about Jason over at Archaics, he's got a pretty good breakdown. The white horse being the folks that happen in 2020 that wear the lab coats. They're white. Pretty good breakdown. We're now in the second phase. The second horseman is the color of fire. And you see, I think California probably paid the price for that. The people in Europe are paying the price with all the knife attacks. The United States is paying the price with the burning. Other places are paying the price with the earthquakes and the volcanoes and the floods. Yet flowers are beginning to bloom out in the desert. And for those with the TDS, I hope you notice that the person in charge in a certain area of this world is the same person who has ridden in on both of these horses. As we enter the second seal. None of this is the point of this. The point is both of those were stories. If you read about the four horsemen, it tells you, come and see. I'm going to shrink myself down and show you in Revelation 6 where the four horsemen are. And here we are. One of the seals was opened. One of the four beasts saying, come and see. Here's the next one, the second beast. Come and see. Come and see, the third beast said. And somewhere in here, you're going to see the fourth beast say, come and see. Well, what does this mean? Thank you, Bible Hub. I think that's the King James Version. What does that mean? Again, the currency of this place has always been known. This is a 2,000-year-old story, maybe 1,800 years old, something like that. But they know, come and see, come and spend your currency and watch the great show. Now, of course, you can participate. And as when you read this, you do not want to be participating in these stories. This is not a good place to be. There's a lot of folks that have paid a price for the white horsemen that rode out 5 years ago. There's a lot of people that are paying the price for the fiery horsemen now. And they will continue to pay the price for the next couple of years. Third horseman probably rolls out in 2028. If all this is true, if people observations are correct. One of the meek perspective on this is it doesn't matter if it's true. The story doesn't have to be true. What matters is what you pay attention to. So the book of Revelation was a warning. You may be a participant or you may be someone who just watches it. You have a choice. Those that will be elect are the ones that watch. And it is difficult because we live in a world where, like I said, the mind wants to just ignore 95% of the information so we can just live this quiet, peaceful life where we don't have to think, where there isn't too much danger, where actions aren't required, choices aren't required. These things are very taxing on the human spirit, on this avatar. Not on you, because you are not here. You are the witness. You are the one that can point this avatar. After that, the avatar does what it does, and you go along for the ride. So, my friends, understand, spend your currency wisely. Spend your currency on what you want to happen in this realm, in this place. Or enjoy the show. It's your choice. But be very careful, because participation is no trophy, my friends. Just something to think about. I'm not going to tell you what to say, think, or do, my friends. So I will see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, silly glasses. Till then.